From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes is guaranteed to be there.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties, you don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Okay, let's lay it over here. I know it didn't belong to me.
I usually try to, well, no, that's not enough.
I'm not even chewing it.
I'll do that.
Looked like it was a good thing at one time. Okay, we'll call our meeting to order. Appreciate our media and newspapers being with us tonight. Always proud to have them with us. Got a complete quorum here tonight. Not everybody's here, as a matter of fact. Not just a quorum, but everybody. This is great. Glad to see everybody tonight. Just one little note on public interest that I wanted to make before we start. June the 10th is our first day of qualifying for our municipal elections for this year. Your qualifying fee is $50. Qualifying ends on June 24th at 5 p.m. If you want to be a candidate in the next election, you should see our city clerk, Angela Owen. And starting June 10th, during regular hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., she would take your registration as a candidate. Is that correct, Angela?
That's right.
Okay. Wanted to just say that to the public tonight, and if you're thinking about being a candidate, the 10th is the first day of qualifying. And we would appreciate having a good slate of folks on board for the elections this year and keep Hamilton moving forward. Hope all these people beside me want to stay, and I'm for that too. I'm going to bow out on you guys this year, but and retire. But I've really enjoyed serving the city of Hamilton the last 2 terms. At this point, we'll pause for our invocation, and we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance and get started. Our Father in heaven, we pause just to thank you for such a beautiful, beautiful spring day. Lord, we know that you're not only in the clouds, you're in the flowers. Lord, you're the creator of all. Lord, we thank you for the community that you've given us to live in and the many blessings you've bestowed upon us. We ask you to continue with us. Let us have a good meeting here tonight. You being our special guest in the meeting to see that things are carried out in a good manner. Lord, we ask you to bless our nation. Keep us, Lord, turned in a direction that's correct and good for all the citizens. Christ's name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Item 1 on our agenda tonight is a recommendation to approve the minutes from the May 19th council meeting. And it got a motion from Ross, and we'll need a second. Second from Chevy. All those in favor of approving those minutes? Likewise, we need to approve the minutes of a special call meeting held May 27th, and we did a motion to approve those minutes also. Motion. Scott Robertson made the motion. We need a second. Second. Second from Ross. All those in favor? Thank you very much. A recommendation to approve the accounts payable bills for May 2025. And we did a motion to pay our current bills. Sherry made that motion. We need a second. Second by Scott Robertson. All those in favor of paying?
Mayor, I got to abstain on mine, all of them.
We fully understand. Well, thank you. Thank you for making mention of that. We had a spot held open for Mr. Joel Bartlett to address us tonight. I don't think Joel's shown up. We'll move on. If he should show up before we adjourn, then we'll have him talk to us. Item 5 is a recommendation to award the bid to pressure wash certain sidewalks in downtown for the lowest bid price of $3,800 to Brian Gilstrap. Funds to pay for this service will come from the capital improvement account. And that was our lowest bid to get this work done. Got a motion from Wade to award this. Second by Sherry. All those in favor? Thank you very much.
What's the final do with things they're going to do here?
He wanted to do it last week. We just didn't have a meeting to approve.
Weekend or on the night?
He's going to basically work it when there's no cars there. Yeah, he told me that for sure. Item 6 is a recommendation to allow NACOG, that's Northwest Alabama Council of Local Governments, to promote the local Tri-City area of Hamilton, Winfield, and Ewing by creating and maintaining a website for the promotion of tourism and industry. Each town will pay an initial equal share of $5,400 each to set up this program. There will be a monthly maintenance fee that will be split equally amongst the 3 towns. This is a new thing that's being promoted to us from NACOG, and they want permission to establish this. Is there any discussion on this? I haven't been able to get the NACOG officials to come and talk with us, but this is what they're trying to do.
Do we know what the monthly fee will be, just offhand, the monthly fee?
I do not know the exact monthly fee. It won't be nearly as much as the $5,400 that we're paying to create it.
I don't have a problem with that at all. I just like to know the monthly fee. But like you, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything outrageous. They do good work for us anyways, but I'd rather know what we're, voting for before we do it. But if everybody else is good with it, then I'll follow suit.
We can certainly table it if you want some more information before the approval.
We had a work session, I think.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was like $1,500.
Yeah.
What was in my head.
I tried to call
After that.
Larry
Well,
Seagraves
$1,500
a few minutes
per
ago to
year.
see what they were going to do.
After the initial setup is what I $1,500 a year?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and that's, again, each seat, you know, is what I had in mind.
I've got $5,450 per city, and I don't have down monthly.
Much of that was the set, the initial set.
Sorry.
I mean, if it's $1,500 a year, I'm.
It's something like
Yeah.
that.
All right, good work. I'll make that motion.
If it's 1,500 and not more, we'll go with it.
Maybe a month.
$1,500 a month.
And then you, are you, I'm not thinking
1,500.
it's gonna be a year.
It's
Annual, 1,500
annually.
divided by 12 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, if it's more than that, we'll table it, okay? We won't go with it. We got a motion, if it's 5,400 initially and 1,500 per year for maintenance, we'll go with it. If it's more than that, we'll bring it back for a revote, okay?
I'll second.
Second. Wait a second. All those in favor of that? And we'll make sure it's held to the maintenance fee won't exceed the 1,500 we talked about. If it is, we'll come back and rediscuss it and revote it. I like to make a stipulation there like you did, that's good. Anything further, no other business tonight?
I think announcement for the Marion County Sheriff's Detention Center, have open house Sunday, next Sunday, from 2 to 4. So the public gets invited. Next Sunday, 2 to 4.
That's at the view.
Yes, at the industrial park. It's ready to tour now, I think.
I saw, they had the sheriff saying, well, open soon. So it's gonna be a kind of a welcome to the new facility.
Take it to it before it gets full.
Tour is all I want to do. Mr. Attorney, do we have any words of wisdom tonight?
Well, from who you used to, I harassed about that, Scott Hunt. I was a little late tonight because apparently I'm working for the Park and Rec too. I had to go open the press box for soccer practice. So, I saw him, he's out there coaching soccer. So,
Okay.
but no other words of wisdom.
We started a repair at the recreation center on a 3-inch water feed that goes into the main building today. I hope we got that repaired today. If for some reason you can't access the rec building tomorrow, it'll be because we're out of water. We had a serious leak on the 3-inch line that was hidden under a cover. And they're working on getting it repaired, and I hope that got finished today. I'm just not sure. If you get to the rec center tomorrow and can't access it, it'll be because we're still working on that line.
I'm sorry, I did find that information on that sheet you gave us, and I shared it with them regarding the cost of that website.
Okay.
So that's what we're figuring out.
All right.
And he was, gave it to us.
Be about 520 a month.
I know $20.
I don't know about that.
About 6,200 a year
For each city.
for each city. Yes,
What
ma'am.
all are they doing for that?
Looks like website design and development, poster setup in multiple locations, quarterly poster updates, website maintenance, domain hosting and security, total estimated budget 18,700 a year, of course divided by 3, about 6,200 per city. Based on that.
That's, all 3 cities will be 500 and something per month.
Yes, sir. If you divide that 63 or 6233 divided by 12, it's 519.45 a month.
Have you talked to Phil and you and they for sure doing it?
I tried to call Phil before I came into this meeting to see what they were going to do, and I wasn't able to reach him. He went to voicemail and he hadn't called me back.
Well, if all 3 don't do it, obviously, we just have to back out. Right.
You want to hold this till our second
We
meeting?
could.
we'll just hold this till our second meeting. That's more than I thought it was going to
We
be.
can see what the other two towns are going to do.
I'll make a motion to table until the next meeting in June.
All right, we need a second on that motion.
second.
Okay, let's vote for that. We'll bring that back to the next meeting. And,
You need a copy of that. You need a copy of this. Which,
I think we've got two. Look on the back side.
I did get up to Joe Bartlett.
I've got
we got
the
that
other
today.
one.
I bet you.
Joel's just gonna have to reschedule. Get him on another agenda. Joe Bartlett, there was no formal agenda. I got it. But I don't know.
I just think you get it on the work session, though.
Yeah. You just want him to come Tuesday?
There's the-
Oh, there he is, I got him. Okay.
Come on to the podium, Joe.
Got it.
Hey, look, do not record me.
Well, they are right now.
Come on to the podium,
You're
Joe.
live. I was just saying I didn't think you were gonna make it.
Well,
I just texted Jeremy and I said no, and I didn't send it, so I thought, excuse my look. But, council, appreciate you letting me speak tonight. I don't have it really prepared. I'm seeking funding for the softball program for an additional locker room, weight room to be built for our girls. Currently, right now, I have 2 individuals who are working on the quotes, and I was going to come to the city council and ask for some much needed assistance to help our girls out. As you know, we made a great run this year, right up to the state tournament. Lost out semifinals, couldn't get there to the Final Four, but we had a really great run and looking to improve on some things over at the school or over at the field. And we can't thank Hamilton enough for everything they've done for us over the last few years, especially the girls softball. Y'all been a donator for us at the Diamond Club. We really appreciate that. But our girls need their own space. We have great facilities over here for the guys. And the middle school just added on the back portion is supposedly supposed to be a co-ed type locker room. I'm going to tell you what the reason is for our locker room. And you can ask my daughter, she'll be a senior this year, Ella Rose Bartlett. But there's always a little switching and moving around when the girls are in there, when the boys, and sometimes it gets just a little bit cluttered. And the purpose of me trying to go after this is to give them their own space. They won't have to worry about when the boys are in there, when they have to switch times, if we had our own space. And I'm looking right now at a 20 by 40 building. Like I said, I had 2 people working on contracts. I'm getting a third opinion or a
you mentioned boys, is that little leaguers or
that'd be high school.
high school?
High school.
I thought
We
the
have-
high school had their own dressing.
They have their own locker room and weight room, which is shared. The girls have to share.
Oh,
There's never been a set aside for females to have their own personal space and locker room. Whether it be over at the high school or the middle school, as I've been told. And I'm not saying nothing about the guys. I grew up in it. And Scott did, and this Scott did, and this Ross did. And so, and Wade did too. There's never been just a personal space for the girls to go and they can work out. Also, we are trying to pack, our locker room right now is an 18 by 20. We're trying to put about 26 girls in that locker room compared to JV and varsity. So we're packed for space. When they come in, they always have to go to the women's bathroom to change. They have nowhere to put their stuff. Varsity generally takes the lockers. If there's any lockers left over, there's generally probably about 4 or 5 lockers left over. And, you know, some of the JV are shared lockers with each other. But I want to give them that on their own space. I want them to be able to go in Coach Howell or Coach Holliday set the workout assignments. They not have to worry about if there's any guys in there when they get there. They can go in, work out, have their own personal space, own personal locker room, so they can continue on with their
Got any ideas on the money, Joe?
I have no ideas on the money. As I said, we had a little snafu. I was going to have it prepared for tonight, and actually, I'm sorry, I'm glad Jeremy texted me. For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow night. And so, but that's my fault. But we had to go back and remeasure because the way the locker room is sitting now, there's actually a clean-out pipe that runs under where we were proposing to put the building. So we actually had to turn it a whole 180 instead of running north and south. Basically, if you are familiar with our locker room situation over there now, we're going to butt it up right next door to the other, make a breezeway so they can come back and forth. But now we're having to turn the whole thing a 180 to keep it off that clean out and electrical that's running through there. That supplies our locker room and the bathrooms, I believe. So, but they're working on that right now. I am in talks with the third contractor to get me a quote, and so I'll bring those back at a later time. But I was hoping to present it to you tonight in a nice neat form and look a little bit more decent. I just came off the ball fields, if you didn't know. So, but I think it's very important that we made great strides. Our girls, if you don't know, in the last 4 years, we have sent 7 players to college on softball in the last 4 years. And so this year we had 3. Last year we had 2. Year before that we had 2. Year before that we had, I think, 2. So around 6, 7 over the last 4 years. Hopefully there'll be one next year. There's only one senior left. And so, but also along with that, we were hoping, I have request of a crow's nest being built, and basically the concept was to cover up the bullpen with 6x6 or 8x8 decking or post, and then deck the top, and then put a roof on top, so they can actually sit down the sideline in left field and watch the game. The girls can, or the fans too. So kind of give you a unique view over the field and what they can see and everything. So hopefully I'll have that for you next meeting. And I do apologize for hanging y'all out on the limb and everything.
Are you asking the city to do the entire project, or you got any other ideas about it?
I would love the city to do the entire project. We just spent a good bit of our money this year on new uniforms, which we desperately needed. And I'm not asking for no more than just what the city could do to get my building up. And we're going to try to take care of the equipment that goes inside of it.
Is this basically for varsity girls?
This will be used by varsity girls and JV girls. Now, that's not saying that we won't let we won't let anybody else use that weight room. If they're female, they need to use it. We can make time, and it will put take a lot of restraint off of them trying to schedule. Everybody's out during the morning and during the afternoon over at the field house, and so cheerleaders, soccer, softball, girls basketball, they'll all be partying on this too.
I think the girls definitely need their own weight room.
I do. I do desperately. And I wish I'd have started this 4 years ago. And I know there's some help with some baseball last year. And I really think they do. They need their own private space. If y'all have never visited the weight room, I highly encourage y'all to take a gander at it. You know, it's a different world. But, you know, for a female, I think having that extra space and being away from the guys, and with so much that's going on in the world today with what they're dealing with in sports, we don't have to kind of worry about that here now. I hope we never do. But this just kind of, you know, gives them a place that they can be, and they can do their thing.
They need to be able to feel comfortable working out.
Yes, and I'm not saying, I'm not there, Dr. Armstrong enough to see, but I know boys come in and out of there, and, as a young female athlete, it's tough, and there would have to be some figuring. We have a great strength and conditioning coach who has done a world of good for our athletes here. My daughter can attest to that. She can tell you all about it.
Yes, sir.
And there'll be a little bit of having to deal with some scheduling things, but I think that's going to work out to be the best thing for them, is to being able to have their own space where they can go.
Well, if you get this developed to with plans and specs and numbers and all that stuff,
Yes.
probably the best thing for you to do is to get on the agenda for a work session.
Okay.
So that way the council's able to spend time and ask questions and stuff,
Okay.
rather than in a regular meeting.
Okay. Wasn't sure on that, so this is where I started, and so thank you for that, and we'll go that route most definitely.
Would you get your plan, for us and come back to see us again?
I will. Been recommended to come to a work session,
Yeah.
so I'll just go through Amy or Angela. And
Let her know the date you're coming.
okay, she let me know what dates they are. I'll make sure I have everything nice and neat in a little package.
Okay.
We don't do it like we do right now.
Joel, do you know if you're finished with the baseball side?
I know they have moved in, so,
Because we had some move there. Just a thought. Not a lot, so
okay.
if they're not gonna need it, you might.
Hey, that's good, we'll take it. We will.
No.
Let's get together a work session and
Yes, sir.
get more technical. Let's see if we can find maybe a little money at the school to help us too, because
Okay.
we've spent a lot of money on athletics.
I understand.
And we've developed a really nice project over here. So we might need a little bit of help to make it happen.
I understand, I do. But I thank you for your time, appreciate it.
That was Phil Seagraves calling that, he thinks they're gonna take care of it. I haven't heard the price yet. Okay.
I bet we
So, we'll bring it back to another day. There's been further business, not with the motion. Adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, got a second. Scott and Scott, thank you. Appreciate you.
From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers, and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes. Is guaranteed to be there.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties, you don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.